Hello, I'm Luc Bouchard, and this is today's forgiveness declaration. And it is, I forgive myself for believing that I can't trust others. All right, so let's see what I wrote in my reduction on this. I forgive myself for believing that I can't trust others. When we believe others are untrustworthy, two things are going on. Firstly, we have judged them as guilty and see them as separate and less than us. Secondly, we have judged ourselves because how we see others reflects how we see ourselves. Said differently, how could we possibly see others as innocent if we can't see ourselves as not guilty? And here's what I selected from Course in Miracles as a passage to go with it. Perfect faith in each one for its ability to satisfy you completely arises only from perfect faith in yourself. And there will be guilt as long as you accept the possibility and cherish it that you can make a brother into what he is not, because you would have him so. So the Course is very clear on the fact that whatever we see in the outside world, whatever we see in the field, which is really outside of ourselves, is really a reflection of how we see ourselves. And that it is just purely whatever we believe of ourselves shows up in the world out there. And if you are mistrustful of others, then you're it's an indication of how you're untrustworthy of yourself. And at the heart of Course in Miracles is really about the ability to take responsibility for what goes on in your life. We are not victims. We are not suffer the whims of fate. We bring whatever we have, whatever we believe about ourselves to us. And this is not a popular message with many people because they have to stop and go, well, what's my part in that? What do I have? How have I contributed to that? So, and also it's easier to blame others and circumstances for our misery and how unhappy we are. So really what we have to do is take full responsibility for whatever's showing up in our life and see that that is a reflection of how we see the world. Now about this image, I thought it was very interesting because what we have here is some, some, I don't know what you'd even call this, but this tree branch coming out of the water and this seaweed that's kind of decaying on it, and it just seemed to me kind of befitting for not being able to trust others, and that what we see is kind of ugly at times. Well, that's a reflection of who we are. Thanks so much for watching and listening to this video. I'm Luc Bouchard, and I just want to reiterate once again, because you're going to hear me say this on a regular basis, that peace can only be achieved through forgiveness, and primarily forgiving ourselves. So if you want greater peace of mind, you have to learn how to forgive and accept it. And I recently heard, I don't know, last year, that another way of looking at forgiveness is acceptance, and just accepting the situation for what it is. It's because we engage in a lot of misery and suffering when we think it should be another way. And acceptance is another way of looking at forgiveness. You take care, and I hope you can have a peaceful day. Bye now.